have reached your destination.
What's good, beautiful people? What's good? It is your man, Derek Andre, and you are tuned into Who is Derek Andre TV on YouTube. I'm probably going to go to hell for this story, but I'm going to tell it anyway. Let's talk. All right, y'all, so I pick up all sorts of different people, man. I pick up short people, tall people, big people, small people, fat people, skinny people, pretty people, ugly people. I pick up all sorts of people, all different walks of life, religions, sexual preferences. But the other day, I picked up a guy who was a little person. Now, I've never picked up a little person before. And I mean, he was like a legit little person. He was this damn tall. He was a little bitty ass dude. Little people, all right? So I pick him up, so I pull up to his job, and when I pull up, I always pull up the back door to the passenger, all right? So that way you can, I have to walk too many extra steps, It's just a little courtesy I try to offer. Well, I pulled up, and I did this same thing to this gentleman, but he came to the front door anyway, and he opens the front door, and I look down at him, and he starts to move the seat back, the passenger seat. He's sliding it all the way back. It's power, so he's letting it slide back, and I'm like, what is this dude doing? So he gets the passenger seat all the way back, and then he hops in. And when he hops in, he stands in the floorboard between the seat and the glove box. And I'm like, what the hell is this dude doing? Is he really finna stand here, or is he just, because his legs ain't that long. It ain't like he really had these long legs and he let the seat back. He this tall. He little bitty dude. So I said, so you good? That's how we riding? And he was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I stand when I ride. I said, oh, okay. So all right, I'm like, all right, we in this. So he like, we can go. I'm like, okay, well, let's roll then. Don't tell me what to do. I'm the driver here. Shit. But anyway, so I pull off. I start driving. And while I'm driving, I start noticing that every time I turn, he kind of leaned into the turn. Because he's not really holding on. He kind of got his hands to his side. So he's not really holding on to the dashboard or leaning back on the seat or holding the doors or nothing. He just kind of standing there. So I think to myself, we got about an 11-minute ride. I'm going to see how good this dude really is. Now, I know I shouldn't be thinking like that, but you done hopped your ass in here. Now we got all these empty seats, but you going to stand. So I'm like, okay. Now, in Georgia got these hilly, curvy roads. You dig what I'm saying? So, we in this rural area out here where I picked him up from, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to see if this dude really got some true skills. Because he's small, so his center of gravity is low. So I figured he could be pretty stable. So we rolling. So every time we drive, man, I hit a corner. He leaned. I said, okay, you think you got this, huh? So then it became a game for me. All right, now he probably was not at all playing this game, but it became a game for me because now I'm like, I'm going to see if I can at least make him touch the dashboard or grab the door or hold on to something. I know I'm probably wrong for that, but shoot, what else was I supposed to do? This is what I do. I'm driving. So we rolling. And I start hitting these corners. And I'm hitting them a little harder than usual. And I'm watching him lean. And I know I'm hitting these corners good because he got on one of them lanyards with his name tag on it. And I'm watching the lanyard swinging. I'm like, it's like a pendulum on a grandfather clock. It's just swinging. I'm like, yeah. I said, okay. So I'm steady hitting these corners. We got about 6 minutes left. Man, I'm hitting these corners, and he just leaning. Never grab hold of nothing. His facial expression don't change. Nothing happens. I'm like, this dude is the bomb. He is cold-blooded. I don't know if he just weigh a ton like Alf. Y'all remember that cartoon Alf? Younger generation probably don't remember Alf. Alf was small but weighed a ton. Maybe that's what it is. But that dude his facial expression didn't change. He never held on. So he pulled up in front of the house. And I come to a stop and I look over at him and he look at me and he says, I know what you was trying to do. And I was like, what? He's like, I know you was trying to see if you could make me fall or hold on. I was like, how dare you accuse me of doing exactly what I was trying to do. but he kind of laughed. He was like, I get people to do that often because I stand. I'm like, yo, man. I was like, I ain't mean no harm in that. He was like, man, it's all good, man. He was a good spirited dude, man. But I was trying my best to see if I could make him do something. He wouldn't do nothing. He wouldn't hold on. He wouldn't grab hold to nothing. He just stood there. I was like, man, that's pretty doggone impressive. But anyway, listen, in the comments, let me know if you've had any strange or interesting stories, especially if you're a driver of any sort. Let us know what kind of experiences that you've had with different people, that you had your own little game going on in your head. Let us know in the comments, all right? And that's all I got. I just wanted to share that story with y'all. If I end up in hell, y'all, it'll be because of what I did with that gentleman. Remember, y'all, subscribe, ring the bell, share, pick up some merch. Y'all be good, be peace, be love, be one.